Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and this is Sewing with Hannah, a sewing series all about creating a handmade wardrobe that fits you and sharing all my tips and tricks for sewing. On this episode of Sewing with Hannah, we're going to be working on the uneven baste. The uneven baste is similar to the even baste in the sense of the long stitch length, but on the backhand side, it's a shorter stitch, unlike the even, which is even on both sides. The uneven is used mostly for marking your fabric. I know I use the uneven baste sometimes when I'm marking certain fabrics that I can't use a tailor's chalk with. The uneven baste is really great for marking those things like darts and different things like that. So what you're going to need, as always, is your piece of muslin, your sewing needle and thread. Like I said, I'm using red just so you can better see it. Your scissors to cut, and your ruler and chalk. So as always, we start by just marking a straight line across the front. As you can see it, but it's not too dense. And I like this just to help me keep a straight line. You grab your thread and cut it at an arm's length. And don't forget that when you're putting your thread through the needle, that you always tie it so it doesn't slide off. You don't know how many times I've been sewing and all of a sudden I lose the needle because it flies off because it's not tied. So I always make sure now to tie it. And I always pull a little bit just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then just tie a knot at the end. I do like 3 or 4 loop arounds just to make sure that it's tight enough and it's not going to just run right through. Okay. Now you start on your backhand side. And put the needle through. Now you can still use the thumb trick, which is to use your thumb as a measure for the long-handed stitch side. But when you're coming back up, instead of going a thumb's width apart, you only go just a little bit. So let me show you. Go in and out just a short ways. So you see it's a little bit different than the regular baste, which you have, as I said, a thumb's width on both sides. You just have it on the front side. So you can see what I'm talking. The back side has little stitches. So you just put it in, come right out. Just put your thumb right there, go in, and right on out. Now a way you can go a little bit quicker is just go up and then go over your thumb, come up a little bit, and go over your thumb. That's that one. Go over your thumb, come up a little bit, and just pierce your needle through. There you see it. You're keeping the small stitches in the back and the big stitches in the front. Let me show you that again. Come over, come up a little bit, over, come up, go over, and up. It's honestly pretty therapeutic to just do the big stitches and little stitches instead of having to keep, you know, an even stitch width. Just go up, come. And you make it all the way to the end. And don't forget to go at the back and tie your knot. Now if you're doing it where you have the other hand stitches on your fabric, it will look something like this. So you have your even baste, and I'm going to mark right where I put the uneven baste right now. So you could just keep it all on one piece of fabric, all your little hand stitches, since you're not using multiple fabrics. And I just mark it. Sometimes the pen doesn't mark as well. Paste. And there you go. You have your uneven baste.